Good day, first year IDM class of 2021. Welcome to IDM and we hope you will have a blast. This is your orientation. My name is Christina Nyati. I'm your assessment coordinator. Our office is located near the admissions office where you got your admission letters, where you are submitting your admission forms for those that came physically. And I'm here to talk about assessments that you will be going through while you are here in your journey at IDM. The mandate for our office is to coordinate all your assessments, both the summative, which is your exams, and the continuous assessments or formative assessments, which is your tests, your assignments, and any other work that will be given during the course of your learning. Your overall assessment at IDM constitutes of those two, and the summative assessment constitutes 60% of the work, and the formative one constitutes 40% of the work. Therefore, it is important that you do your tests and your assignment as they are given to you. For you to qualify for an exam, you need to have a complete continuous assessment, which is what we frequently refer to as the CA. And it needs to be a minimum of at least 2 pieces of work, and it needs to be at least 38%. If it is not that, you do not qualify to sit for an exam because we assume that learning has not happened. But prior to doing examinations or sitting or facilitating the examinations, we do share with you an examination schedule, which is your exam timetable. We usually share the first draft a month prior to your examination dates, and we request that you go through the exam schedule draft, so that you make sure that all your modules are captured. You make sure you don't have clashes. For the first semester, you probably won't have clashes, but as you continue during your journey, where you are repeating some modules, you might find that some of your modules clash, and you need to make sure that when those issues are there, you raise them with our office. We share that draft with you. We share it with all other stakeholders, your course directors, and the SRC, so that those concerns may be raised and we may deal with them in time. 2 weeks prior to your examinations, we share the final timetable for your examinations. It is important that you make sure that you have seen the finalized draft or the finalized exam timetable, because after the draft, there may be changes that are incorporated and your time may change. You don't want to miss an exam because the venue changed, or the time of the exam changed, or the day of the exam changed. It is your responsibility to ensure that you have the right timetable. If anything, during the reading week, you can pass by our office or call our office to confirm that you have the right examination timetable. If you have the right examination timetable, then the exam day comes, you are expected to be available and ready to take your exams on that day. And like I said, to admit you into the exam room, you need a complete CA. I've already spoken about the 2 pieces of work, which is your assignment, your test. There could be a quiz or group work. Depends on your course director how much work they've given you for that. It needs to be a minimum of at least 2 pieces of work, and it needs to be 38%, like I said. The other thing that will qualify you into the exam room, you need to have at least 80% class attendance. It is important that you attend your classes, minimum 80%. Your award is based on the notional hours of learning, and we believe that if you don't meet the minimum 80% class attendance, then you don't have the national hours that will give us the right to award you your degree at the end of the day, or your diploma or your certificate. Therefore, if you are missing class and there is no valid reasons why, and you are not communicating, you will not be allowed to sit for your examinations. The other thing that allows you to enter into our exam rooms is your student ID. We do not use the national ID, we use the IDM student ID. We expect you to have it. Usually towards exams, most of you have lost their student IDs. If you have lost it, please contact the relevant office. There's a minimum fee you pay, and they do another duplicate student ID for you. It is important that you have it on the exam day. The other thing that will also allow you into the exam room is to make sure that you are fully officially registered as an IDM student. You will not be amending or appending your name on the IDM register with your hand. During class, when registers are being filled or when you check on Moodle, you need to make sure that you are fully registered for that class, for that module. And that is what we'll be using to prepare for your class because you will have to do a pre-setup before you come for your examinations. You also need to make sure that you are adhering to your tuition agreement with accounts if you are self-sponsored, or if there's a module that you are repeating, and those that are DTF sponsored, then you are okay. But should you have to repeat and you are paying for yourself, or you are self-sponsored, there is need to make sure that you are adhering to your tuition payment plan with accounts. We do not allow bags into our exam rooms, but should you come with a bag, we will ask you to put it at the front of the exam room. And if there are valuables in that, they may be stolen, and you are leaving that bag at your own risk. What would happen if your bag is lost? Then we'll engage with the police, we'll connect you to the police, and it will be a police case. And for many times, those bags are never retrieved. So I encourage you, when you come for exams, do not bring your monies, do not bring your valuables like your laptop, your iPad, your iPhones, your expensive phones, because while you are still sitting and writing, when another student finishes, they may go out with your bag, and we will not know that they have taken your bag until when it's your time to leave. So you have everything that is needed to sit for the exam, and you qualify for exam sitting. Now, there are things that could happen that would make it a little bit difficult or impossible for you to sit for the exam. We do understand and we appreciate it if you communicate with us in advance. You may miss your exam if you are sick and hospitalized, or you have been given sick off, or in these days that we live in, you are COVID positive, but that one I'll speak about in detail. Or maybe you are bereaved and you have lost a close relative. When that happens, engage with our office, engage with your course director, engage also with student welfare. That information is to reach our office within 14 days. If you are COVID positive, engage with our office and also the health office so that we can make arrangements for you to sit for your exams if you are able to. Many times students use COVID as an excuse not to sit for their exams, and when an opportunity comes for them to sit for the second time and they're still COVID positive, then you have missed out, you are repeating, and in the process you lose your sponsorship. So do everything you can to make sure that you sit for your exams at the right time. If you have missed your exams because you had valid reasons, you were sick or you were bereaved, like I said, we usually give you an opportunity to write what we call a special examination. The special examination does not have a supplementary exam. If you miss it for whatever reason, no matter how valid it is, then you are repeating the module, which is why I'm encouraging that you sit for your exams at the first time. So during exams, there is what we call academic misconduct. That is bringing unauthorized material in the exam room, like your study notes, maybe in your pocket, or you came with the intention to copy and you are hiding them, or you have your phone during the exam, or you are talking and colluding with another student during the exam. That is an academic misconduct. It's very grievous, and if you are found guilty of that, you will be suspended. This is something that I want to caution you against during your study and during examinations. You have taken your examinations. Now we are going to publish your results. After you take your exams, they are marked, and then there's an assessment board that sits to ratify your results. This assessment board constitutes of both IDM management and other external stakeholders who are subject specialists in the different areas of your study. They are there to make sure that you are not you are being academically fairly treated, and to also make sure they have your best interest at heart. Before the results are published, they look at the results and they accept them before they give us a go-ahead to publish them. We will publish the results with their go-ahead through a student management system. We're currently using the SMS. Admissions will give you your credentials to your SMS to view your results, to log in wherever you are so that you can see your results, because they are usually published during school holidays and you won't be on campus. It is important that you have those credentials. If you don't have them, you have to contact the admissions office. If you lose them, you have to pay at accounts, and then admissions will give you new credentials. Do not share them with other students, because you don't want your results to be flying all over social media because somebody accessed them and shared them in public domains. When the results come out, you are either proceeding because you've gotten 50% in your module, and above, or you are supplementing when you've gotten 40 to 49, or you are repeating if you got anything less than 40. If you are supplementing, the supplementary examinations are usually written 2 weeks after the publication of results. It is important that you know this, and it is your responsibility to seek the timetable, which will usually be shared a few days after publication of results, and know when your module is being written. If you miss a supplementary exam, like a special examination, it does not have any other supplementary exam, and it does not have a special exam, so you are repeating your module if you miss that supplementary exam. So if you are repeating, there is a procedure, probably admissions will touch on it, that you have, or will have touched on it, that you have to go through to apply to repeat the module. And you have to go through this whole process again, where you go to class, you have a new CA, and you sit for your examinations again. Now, other students would want to query their results after the results are published. There is a fee that is paid. It is currently at 500 pula. It is subject to review. But when you want to query your results, you need to have justification why. Other than that, you are wasting your 500 pula. Our examinations are moderated before you write them. We take them to the specialists that I spoke about to check if they're set at the right level, if they're addressing the objectives for your program, and if you will be able to respond to them if you have learned during class. And if they give them an okay, if they are not okay, they come back, we review until they agree on it, and then you write. After you write and they are marked, they go back to the same person to moderate and check if you are marked fairly. Therefore, for you to come and complain of your exam mark, you need to have a valid reason why, because this exam has gone through several people to ensure that you were fairly given the mark that you were given. Other than that, that 500 pula is non-refundable. If you are just querying because you are querying, you're going to be losing a lot of money. We also have what we call special needs students. Student welfare will speak in detail about you. But if you have a special need, please do engage with student welfare. From our office, we assist you during examinations depending on your need. And that need is given to us from student welfare. Whatever reasonable adjustment that has been recommended during your assessment, we will do the best that we can to facilitate. But should it happen that you don't have a special need, but you have an accident just prior to the exams or during the exams, also do come forward, engage with student welfare, engage with our office so that we can assist you depending on the need. And all that needs to be backed with valid evidence, usually medical evidence if it is a medical condition. With that, if you have any questions and you need clarity, our office is open during working hours, and our lines, if you are calling, is 361-2112 or 2172. Then we'll be able to assist you in whatever way we can. Other than that, thank you and welcome to IDM. Enjoy your stay.